Now, we all know that the WWE calendar has officially ended in terms of pay-per-views after last Saturday's Survivor Series pay-per-view. Obviously, because normally you'd be going into TLC sometime this year. That pay-per-view has been scrapped. And, of course, the Day 1 pay-per-view that was supposed to be on the first day of 2023 in the new year, that has also been scrapped by Triple H. So the next big pay-per-view event is going to be all the way on January 28th at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. And I'm going to explain why one of the biggest stars is going to be making his return, and that, of course, is Dwayne TheRock Johnson. And he's going to be setting up for a potential feud against the Tribal Chief, the head of the table, the leader of the Bloodline, RomanReigns, heading into WrestleMania 39. But why The Rock should not win the Royal Rumble heading into the greatest show on earth in Los Angeles on April 1st and April 2nd for WrestleMania 39. What's going on, everybody? This is NYG Jeffy T85 here, and I'm going to talk to you about why The Rock should not win the Royal Rumble. Now, there have been plans put in store for The Rock heading into the Royal Rumble pay-per-view on January 28th. And obviously, the biggest storyline that has been talked about for the past couple of years, because of the fact that Roman Reigns has been on a 2+ year dominant reign as WWE Universal Champion, is who is going to be the one to eventually take down Roman Reigns for the WWE Universal Championship. Or if he just takes one of the WWE title or the Universal title, who is going to be the one that's finally going to take down Roman Reigns? You know who should not be winning the Royal Rumble? The Rock. You know why he should not be winning the Royal Rumble? Because right now it makes no sense because of how big that match is. You could set itself up on its own, and you do not need to include him winning the Royal Rumble in order to get a title shot at WrestleMania. Unless you expect him to go over there and lose, which still it makes no sense why The Rock needs to win the Royal Rumble in order to be involved with the WWE Universal Championship or either belts at WrestleMania. There are other people right now that are situated in a perfect situation to be involved with that championship and be involved with winning the Royal Rumble. Especially when you have a guy like Sami Zayn, who is on the hottest streak of his career while he's involved with the Bloodline as the honorary Uce right now. Especially after he was the key reason they won that match at Survivor Series with the Bloodline against Drew McIntyre, the Sheamus, the Brawling Brutes, Butch, Rich Holland, and Kevin Owens. He deserves to be the winner of the Royal Rumble a lot more than The Rock does because of the way he's been doing so far. But I don't think he's going to win the Royal Rumble. You have other guys that could potentially win the Royal Rumble. How about a Karrion Kross? How about a Drew McIntyre could win the Royal Rumble again? Seth Rollins? Johnny Gargano? Tommaso Ciampa? Kevin Owens? Finn Balor? You have so many people on those rosters right now on Raw or SmackDown that are suitable to make more sense in winning the Royal Rumble. Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, and my pick to win the Royal Rumble this year, Cody Rhodes. All make more sense than putting The Rock in there to win the Rumble because him alone is going to be big enough when he eventually comes back to at least warrant a title shot without including him winning the Royal Rumble. It makes no sense to waste the Royal Rumble on The Rock. As much as we all love The Rock, we all have appreciated what The Rock has done over his career in the WWE, obviously with the WWF. He's a multi-time champion, WCW champion, WWE Universal champion. He's been a WWE champion, undisputed WWE champion. He's done it all. He's beaten Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's beaten Hulk Hogan. He's beaten John Cena. He's beaten so many big stars at WrestleMania. The Rock has already won a Royal Rumble back in 2000 when he knocked over the Big Show. And he obviously was involved in that fatal four-way match for the WWE Championship against Triple H, Mick Foley, and the Big Show back at WrestleMania 16. You do not need The Rock to win the Royal Rumble. Take that spot away from somebody that has been working all year, has been getting over naturally, and feels like a better fit overall to win the WWE Royal Rumble, why give it to The Rock? Because he's The Rock? No. And I really hope, I know Triple H wants to go out there and make a big splash, and Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer has stated that Triple H in his first year in terms of being in charge of creative of the Royal Rumble this year, he wants to make the biggest impact and the biggest splash he can possible. That includes returns from wrestlers that have not been around for a while, that were fired or have been gone on to do something else. That includes debuts from NXT. That includes people that are riding white hot right now in the company, for the men and the women. I understand Triple H wants to try to make this the biggest Royal Rumble it has been in many years. But at the same time, I would not sacrifice the winner of the Royal Rumble for the men on The Rock, when he alone can warrant a championship match against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania without having to win the Royal Rumble. I just really believe that there are other people right now that are better suited to win that Royal Rumble overall compared to just giving it to The Rock, because for the sake, he's The Rock and it's the easiest path to get to him for the WrestleMania. The Rock doesn't need it. The only reason I could see it making sense is that you have The Rock win the Royal Rumble, you have him challenge one of Roman Reigns' titles at WrestleMania, and then you have Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, whoever it is, throw him in the Elimination Chamber in February, and then have whoever wins that challenge for the other championship for Raw. Because right now, Raw badly needs a championship. They need the WWE Championship back on Raw. Everybody has said that, from JD from New York, from Salamonster Sounds Off, from BC Amplified, whoever it is. Blazed Radio, Earl Cole, DJ Storms, every single wrestling mind, Mac the Giants fan, every wrestling mind knows the WWE Raw brand needs their World Championship back. But I would not sacrifice the Royal Rumble for the sake of just giving it to The Rock and letting The Rock getting a championship match just through that. I think Sami Zayn deserves the Royal Rumble more. I think Kevin Owens deserves the Royal Rumble more. I think Seth Rollins deserves it. Finn Balor. You could name a bunch of other people that deserve it. Cody Rhodes, to me, deserves it the most because it makes the most sense. Because of the storyline you've been building. And if somehow Seth Rollins gets a championship match at the Royal Rumble against Roman Reigns, the story writes itself. But I would not give that Royal Rumble victory to The Rock for the sake of just making it the most impactful thing and just getting The Rock and Roman Reigns the easiest way possible. You could still make that match happen without sacrificing giving The Rock the Royal Rumble. And this is no slight from me to The Rock. I love The Rock. The Rock is one of my favorite superstars of all time since I started watching wrestling back in the mid-90s. But at the same time, this is 2022 with other storylines that are going on with wrestlers that have been there for years. And especially this year with the Bloodline story going as hot as it is right now, and with Sami Zayn as over as he is right now, with Cody Rhodes imminently supposed to return, Seth Rollins on the greatest run he's been on, Kevin Owens now looking the best he's looked in a while, Finn Balor, who's now the head of Judgment Day looking as strong as ever. You could give it to AJ Styles. Maybe you give it to Damian Priest. Karrion Kross, now that he's back. Johnny Gargano. Tommaso Ciampa. There's so many superstars you can give this Royal Rumble to. And I just think it would be wasting it if you just give it to The Rock for the sake of getting the easiest pass you can to The Rock for the WrestleMania match for the WWE Universal Championship, as well as the same time you just give it to The Rock because you want to make the biggest impact you can for WrestleMania. And you figure, why don't we make the biggest splash? Let's give it to The Rock. Just so we can be like, The Rock has won the Royal Rumble. He can go to WrestleMania and challenge Roman Reigns. And that's how you could start it up. All I'm saying is, if that's what they end up doing, I will not love it, but I get it why they're doing it. They want to make this the biggest WrestleMania in years. They want to make it the biggest Royal Rumble in years. This will be Triple H's first time in charge of creative for Royal Rumble, for Elimination Chamber, for WrestleMania on the main roster. I get it. But at the same time, you could still get that big match without giving The Rock the Royal Rumble victory. when other men that have been working their asses off all year deserve that spot. We'll have to wait and see what's going to happen. Obviously, we don't have any more pay-per-views going on for the rest of the year. You just got Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown for the rest of 2022, heading into 2023 as we get ready for the new year and Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, Elimination Chamber. WrestleMania season is just about here. And myself, and I'm sure other wrestling fans, would rather see somebody else that deserves to win the Royal Rumble over TheRock. But you could still get that big championship match at WrestleMania between the Tribal Chief and the GreatOne, the most electrifying man in sports and entertainment, the People's Champion, the Tribal Chief, the head of the table, the leader of the Bloodline, the WWE Universal Champion. Do the right thing, Triple H. Don't give the title, don't give the Royal Rumble to TheRock. Give it to somebody else that deserves it. I already named a bunch of people that deserve it right now. We'll have to wait and see what happens when we get to Royal Rumble season. But that's just my video I wanted to give you guys on why I believe TheRock should not be winning the WWE 2023 Royal Rumble on January 28th. So if you guys like this video, please hit the like button below. Sub up if you haven't already to NYGJeffyT85 for more breaking news, updates, and chatter surrounding the WWE. Turn on the bell for notifications on the next video or short that's going to be dropping on the channel surrounding the WWE. And you guys let me know in the comment section what you think about the potential of TheRock winning the 2023 Royal Rumble and challenging Roman Reigns for the WWE Universal Championship at WrestleMania 39 in Los Angeles. And if you think it's the right decision, why you think it's the wrong decision, and give your reasons on either point and who you would like to see win the 2023 Men's Royal Rumble, as well as who you'd like to see win the 2023 Women's Royal Rumble, as we are just weeks away from the WWE Royal Rumble on January 28th, 2023. I thank you very much, everybody. Have a great rest of your day, and let's see what the WWE has cooking for us the rest of this week, heading into the next week for the WWE, the remaining of 2022.